Alright, what's up YouTube? This is going to be a quick run through and a mini review, I guess, of the Mesa Boogie Mini Rectifier 25. I bought this thing the first year it came out. It's the small lunchbox 25 watt version of basically a dual rectifier. So yeah, I've had this for a few years now. No real complaints whatsoever, and just gonna do a quick review like I said and just go over the features. So, like it says, it is a dual channel amp, dual rectifier. You have a clean and a push channel, which you can see here. You can flip that. These settings are not foot switchable. But yeah, you can set it up to clean or pushed. And then for the lead channel, you have vintage or modern. Yep, both channels are going to have a gain setting. And then the 3-band EQ, treble, mid, and bass, a presence, and then their own individual master volume knobs. And both channels can individually be switched from 25 watt to 10 watt. And of course, you have a channel selector. I just leave it in foot switch because it does come with a foot switch. And then your power and standby. On the back, there's not much. There is the effects loop. And there's a switch to turn the effects loop on and off. It's currently on. I'm not going to use any pedals in this video. It is hooked into my small little pedal board, but we won't be using that today. I'm running it through the slanted Mesa Engineering single 1x12. That it kind of came with it. You could get a full mini stack, but I just got one of the speakers. It's enough for just practicing at home anyway. So yeah, we're gonna go through a couple of the settings here and just get some sounds for you, and we'll see what we get. So I'm just gonna put this down. And away we go. So we're going to start on the clean channel. So this is the clean tone. If you couldn't see it before, it's hard to tell with these knobs. I added a bit of black paint to the dots so it's a bit easier to see, but this is the clean channel. I've got the gain about 12 o'clock. Treble is at about 1 o'clock. Mids are at about 11, and then bass is at about 1 again. Presence I've got dead centered on both of them right at 12 o'clock. And master volume, you know, adjust as you want. So this is what kind of sounds you'll get out of the clean channel on the 25 watt mode. So now if we switch the clean channel into 10 watt mode, it doesn't make a huge difference. I find on the clean you lose a bit of the headroom. I find you lose a lot of bass when you go from 25 to 10. That's why I just leave it on 25. To be perfectly honest, I don't see why you would ever want to run the clean channel in 10 watt mode, but maybe that's the kind of sound you like. So we're just going to up the gain to max on the clean channel. So you see, even though we've got the gain maxed out on the clean here, I'm just going to set it back to about 12 o'clock like it was. Even though I've got the gain maxed out, the clean channel will still stay very clean. So now if we instead change that clean channel to its pushed mode, leaving all the settings as they are, you're going to get something that sounds more like this, still with the gain at about 12 o'clock. bit of a crunch. We can increase the gain again all the way up to max and see what we get. So it's kind of a crunch sound. It's not too bad for light rock kind of thing, or if you just want to get that slightly distorted lead sound for a solo over something a bit cleaner. But yeah, I don't particularly like the pushed channel. I don't play a lot of blues and stuff, so it's not really much use to me. But as you can see, back to the clean. The clean is perfectly crystal clear. Just for fun, let's put the presence all the way down. And then all the way in. So it's like a very subtle change, but it's probably why I just leave it at 12 o'clock. So now we will switch into the lead channel in the modern setting. So this one I've got the gain at about 3 o'clock, the treble, mids and bass I keep at about the same as the clean. The only difference is I drop the bass. I find it's a bit too bassy for the lead, especially if I'm playing something that's lower tuned. So I just find lowering the bass, for me anyway, I find it a bit less muddy. But again, I've got the presence at about 12, and it gives you something like this. So it's basically that really nice Mesa lead sound that you get out of any of the rectifiers, really. If we then just change this down to 10 watt, we'll just up the volume a bit here because it is a lot more noticeable. I don't know how that's coming through, but in the room it sounds way more muddy and muffled. I'm not a fan of the 10 watt mode on this amp at all. Now keep in mind, okay, this is in 25 watt mode, okay, but I've got this, the volume is barely even on 1 for the master, and the gain, like I said, is at about 3 o'clock. But even if I roll off the gain on staying on modern, if I roll it down to 12, you lose a bit of that fizz, but it's still plenty loud. So I mean, you could probably gig very easily with this amp, to be honest with you. It's a lot louder than what I was expecting. So just to finish this off, we'll switch the lead channel into the vintage mode, leaving everything as it is. This is probably going to drop the volume again, so I'm going to just, yeah. So if we just up the master again just a little bit. To me, it kinda, I don't know. It's a very usable sound. It's not personally what I would buy a Mesa Boogie for, so. To me, all day long is just the lead modern sound is what you want this amp for. So you can see the volume is very sensitive. But yeah, then again, if we just roll the presence all the way off and all the way in, that is about it. That is the Mesa Boogie Mini Rectifier 25. I think I paid about $1,100 for the head alone, and then the cab I think was another somewhere in the $200-300 range for a 1x12, which isn't bad. It sounds alright for a practice amp, or just for playing, jamming with friends, or a just band rehearsal even. This thing does the job. It's a great amp. Like I said, I've never had any issues with it. My only complaint is I wish in Canada I could get the cosmetic replacement parts, because I'd really like to, I would really like to change that red glow to the Transatlantic's blue LED glow. And while I would be at it, I'd just change the faceplate to the flat black faceplate, the metal tread plate there. They do sell all the replacements. They don't seem to want to ship them to Canada, and all the official dealers are kind of not too clear on if they can order the parts or not, but that's my only gripe with it. I've been using this, like I said, probably 2-3 years, if not more now. Same tubes as when I bought it. No issues whatsoever. It's favorite amp I've ever owned, to be honest with you guys. So there you have it, the Mesa Boogie Mini Rectifier.